Okay, so now we're going to look at worry in greater detail, and I'm going to make this very simple for you because it is very simple when we look at it. Okay, so here we have a potential problem. I'm just going to write problem here and put a big arrow going forward. Okay, so there's two things that we can do with this problem, and I'm going to lay them out very simply and tell me if you can see any other option. But I've asked literally thousands of people in different courses about this, and nobody has yet come up with an option that is not included in these. So with a problem, there's two things we can do. We can either solve or we can relax. Okay, so there we go. So with any problem, there's either a solution or we can relax. Now what happens with worrying is that we overlay worrying right over this junction here. Okay? And we create a whole cloud of fuzziness that is, what if this happens? Oh no, I can't, etc., etc. All sorts of thoughts that create a cloud of worry around this. Okay, so now we've created this cloud of worry, and the more we worry about it, the less we solve it, and we certainly don't relax. Okay, so with either a solution to the problem, in which ways we can start moving in that direction, maybe in multiple steps, it may take us 5 years, but still we're moving. Okay, we're taking action and we're moving in that direction. So you'd also call this act. Okay, so we can act to solve or we can relax. But what I see that many people do not enter this area over here, do not relax. What happens is that, let's take a potential problem that I see happening all the time, especially with older people, is they'll come and say to me, well, I'm really worried about my daughter. Oh, okay, well, how old is your daughter? Well, she's 33. Okay, and what's the problem? Well, she has a husband and a job, but I just worry about them. Okay? So here, is there any action to be taken to solve that? No, the daughter's fine. The daughter calls every week and reports in. The husband's fine, the kids are fine. So there's no action to be taken, but the person is not relaxing. So here, this mother, it's more typical with mothers, could spend 20 years relaxing. So say the mother's 40 years old, or no, 50 years old, and her daughter's 30. So she's probably got 30 years of life left till 80, right? So you could either spend 30 years relaxing about her daughter and just enjoying any thought she has about her daughter that might arise, or she can spend 30 years worrying, right? Now if she spends the 30 years worrying, what's the result going to be? Well, she's probably going to die at 75, and at 60 she's likely to develop, because of the worry, she may have overeaten, so she might be now obese, so then she might develop diabetes or all sorts of illnesses based from worry. Digestive system illnesses, all these things are based, are the offspring of worry. So here she is, she has one potential to relax totally, be totally joyful every time she thinks of her daughter and her children and her daughter's husband, and just really be in bliss for 30 years, or in that whole process, live healthy, die happy, right? Or she can spend 30 years of deteriorating worry, health, etc., etc., and then die, probably most likely die in pain. So when we strip away all the other thoughts around it, really what it boils down to is that when we have a problem, we either act or relax. There's only those two alternatives. So choose one, go with it, enjoy it thoroughly, and don't get caught up in the worry. Okay? Just one more comment on this. Typically, amongst the worry is analysis. And typically, we overanalyze things. We run them through again and again and again and again and again. So once you've been around the analysis route 2 or 3 times, just look back and say, oh, I've already analyzed this 3 times and come to the same conclusion. There's no solution, so let me relax. But what a lot of people do is tend to keep on going around the analysis game year after year after year after year after year. Okay? All good? All understand? So again, we've got great exercises for you around worry, and also a great activity for you too. Okay? Thanks. Talk to you soon. See you.